Hey guys, how you doing? It's Man on the Porch. Wanted to make a quick video for so many of you right now complimenting a big life change, whether it's the pandemic or just anything else in general, and that's moving from the Bay Area in California to Texas. The first reason I did it, as you can probably tell, is this is where I live now. Compared to where I used to live with two other people for the exact same price in a non-exclusive part of San Francisco. So you're probably wondering, should I move from California to Texas? I'm here without even knowing you, and without even knowing what your situation is, to say 100% yes. Do not hesitate. Do not waste any more time before there's no more room for anyone else. If you're already thinking about leaving California, moving your family somewhere else, you're already thinking about moving somewhere else, you already have your heart's already out the door. And so what I would recommend is immediately doing research on people like me who want to provide you the content and the guidance, who went through a big life change, leaving all the family behind, leaving my whole social life, my whole friend group behind, taking a job in a company or because of the ongoing health situation in a place where I've never met anyone. So if you're thinking about moving from California because you're tired of the lockdowns, tired of maybe it's your politics you're not a fan of, or you're tired of the extremely high cost of living, or maybe you don't even feel like you like the people anymore, do it. Keep in mind, the lockdowns are going to end, but all the rest of the stuff is staying. Government's not changing, taxes aren't going to go lower, and the real estate isn't going to get any easier to build. So a few of the reasons why I am going to be kind of your nudge out the door if you're thinking about moving from, I lived in San Francisco in 2012. I was one of the people that moved in, that gentrified the place as part of the tech boom. And me personally always said if I could move anywhere out of San Francisco after a couple years, I absolutely would do it if the job market would follow me somewhere. Well, as luck would have it, my current role can be done from anywhere because of the ongoing big change 2020 has brought. So, new career, new city in Austin that I had only been to once before with only a couple of acquaintances, no social life, no friends, and I couldn't be happier. It's almost to the point where I'm upset because, like a postpartum situation that I can't even control, but I'm upset because I didn't do it sooner. Needless to say, when I moved here, obviously my cost of living was the exact same. I already showed you a little bit about what I have. I'm on the 20th floor. I have a balcony overlooking this beautiful city. And you get an immediate huge raise. Whether you're a low-income earner or you're a high-income earner, the income tax here, there's none. California, you're paying the highest in the country. And the current state of California and the government's unwillingness to do anything, it's just unlivable for a lot of people right now. And what I had realized is just how important the job market was keeping people kind of glued to California. Now, don't get me wrong. California is the wealthiest state. It's the most beautiful state, and it's the most intelligent state in America. And it's still always going to be home for me. I'll probably end up living there again. But at those moments in life, I've always said when you're truly happy is when you're kind of just content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Not when you're around other people, not when you're around loved ones or families, but your day-to-day just vibe and move. And mine's never been better. It's literally 2 months to the day since I moved in here. And again, the weather's much better for me personally. The job market is just as strong as the Bay Area. And the people I relate to a lot more. There's multiple ideologies of thinking here, politically, socially. Not everyone is just a generic, same tech worker, tech startup wants to talk about their latest and greatest ski trips. There's people here that have ordinary jobs, believe it or not, and there's families actually living in Austin too. There's equivalent activities too. If you're nervous about moving to Texas because some of the things you liked in the Bay Area aren't going to be here, if it's things like Napa, well, we have Fredericksburg here. If you like Tahoe and snow, sorry, you're out of luck. We don't have that. But you do live in a town with an easy airport in and out to get to Colorado or wherever else you want. So don't delay. Do it, even if it's not Austin. Move to Dallas, San Antonio, or Houston. I've been to all of them. I love them too. But my big nudge to you, if you're at home thinking about moving from California to Texas, is do it. It's going to change your whole vibe, change your whole life of thinking, and you're just not getting in California. The reason why I'll close with this, is everyone's got their personal reasons for they doing their life for California, but a general reason about people like me that are taking, to be quite honest with you, a significant portion of income taxes and well over six-figure earners and are moving out of the state, is you always have to care for the people. We do have to care for people who are less fortunate than us, absolutely. Homeless is no way to go. People that are absolutely struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, we need to take care of them. But you need to take care of the taxpayers. You need to take care of the people who I've always said pulling the boat, not the people who are on it. So in California, just will not change. It will not do anything. And these lockdowns are further proof that is great change needs to happen in the culture of California. More and more companies are going to move now that you don't need to be with your talent to run an organization. So absolutely, I'm hoping Texas will say the same, quite frankly. But just having that extra money every paycheck that I can support people that are close to me, my family's with, my charitable work, and just being surrounded by a very, very beautiful, clean city that people actually clean up and care for has moved mountains. I think there's too much compassion, honestly, in California right now that's enabling people to just throw their lives away, living in tents on drugs. I really do. Obviously, there's homeless people here, there's dirty streets here, there's bad parts of town, but it's not just overwhelmingly everywhere. If you want to hustle, you want to grind here in Austin, you're going to get so much more for your money, whether you're a single person, whether you're a family. Schools here are outstanding. The last thing I'll say is, I'm not here to fix California's problems. I'm only seeing how I see them. But if you're thinking to move to not just Texas, but any other state, your favorite shows are still going to be on TV. You're still going to go out and socialize in bars and restaurants and have fun, which we actually can do here in Austin. There's basically restrictions in place, but there are no lockdowns because the impact of lockdowns is having on kids and schools and families indirectly. We're not completely locked down here. There's just mitigations. So if I'm the nudge that helps move you in the direction, if you're already thinking about moving from California, you're already behind schedule. You got to get out. You got to come over. You've no longer, you're ready to fly. You're ready to go. So the differences between Austin and California will be in my next video, but just how I see it, I'm just a man sitting on my porch who's super, super happy to be here in Texas and encourages you to make the move as well. Your standard of living is going to go dramatically higher. What you get as a citizen day-to-day, life-to-life is a million times better. And of course, supporting a family, supporting income, no income taxes when you have a government, when you're not obviously a government in California that's just awful. You don't feel that bad by paying it here. So people are great, people are friendly. You have equivalent activities if you're a Bay Area person, a Texas person. Don't have anxiety about missing out on the things you do in the Bay Area. And you'll love it here. So come give it a shot.